1, 2. What? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here. Oh, chicka, chicka, chicka. Oh. Monday. Welcome to Monday, people. How you doing? The weekend is over. A new week starts. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black Cyclist, bringing energy to your Monday. Cycling Zwift, the online cycling game. My bike is connected to the turbo trainer. I have the Zwift app on. Heart rate's connected. Everything's connected. Mic, music, people tuned in. It's a zone 2 day, so my energy is obviously higher than today's ride. But on today's menu, there's no food. I don't know why I'm calling it menu, but you know what I mean. We are badge hunting, ticking off some more badges as we ride round. Start off our week of exercise, workout, cycling with a nice steady zone 2. Get the body nicely warmed up for the week, so why not earn some badges while we're here? So I will take you through what I do when I'm badge hunting. There's also conveniently a new Zwift event that we can sign up for, and as usual I'll be giving some tips, tricks, hinters, pointers on the Zwift screen. If you're here for the first time and if it all looks like too much, don't worry about it. Pop a question in the chat or I'll end up telling you about it anyway. I've been cycling for about 10 minutes now. Just getting the legs nicely warmed up, get that heart rate elevated. Start fresh, like a subway. Yes, feeling fresh. If you have any questions about cycling, Zwift or indoor workouts, pop them in the chat and we'll talk about it. Right, so for now, we are badge hunting. So we've got a hell of a route, and there are 5 stages. It looks as if we are celebrating the iconic cobbled pathways of France, and we get to earn a bonus 2000 XP. Obviously we do it for the virtual prizes, the unlocks and whatnot. So there's a few different rides here that we can select. Now normally I'd do them in order, but I'm not going to go for the first one because it's only about 25 minutes and I do look to ride for about an hour. So we are going to select Hell of the North, and if you look over to the right you can see the map overview of it, and there's also a little bit of information. So it says it should be about 50 minutes for most riders. There's no lead in, so we start off straight away. An introduction, say bonjour to cobbles and para each sprint. Saving your strength for the final ascent. A short climb awaits to test your might, capping the ride with a thrilling fight. Right, so I think that's like a nice way of saying there's a hill climb at the end. So talking of which, if you look just above, you can see the total distance is just under 20 kilometers, so 19.8 kilometers, and there's 241 meters of elevation, which isn't like a substantial amount for 20 kilometers, but it's either spread out across the course, but I think that introduction tells us that it's going to be right at the start, at the end. Right, anyways, enough I can't even get my words out. So I'm going to press start pedaling. Hopefully that will give me some opportunities to get some oxygen into my lungs. We are off. So we are in the virtual world of France, cycling a real bike, but in a virtual world. This is a direct drive turbo trainer, so as the gradient and the terrain changes, the Zwift app will adjust turbo trainer so the resistance will match the real terrain. There's no need for steering, the route's predetermined. You can get a steering module that you can add to the app if you want to make it a little bit more interactive. But we're just cycling for fun. Top of the screen you can see all of the metrics, which are my power outage, my wattage, heart rate, pedal rotations, and the little colour bar that's just come up in the middle of the screen, that's showing the incline of the climb that I'm currently on. So you can see it's 2%, and the turbo trainer adjusts accordingly. So nice and chill. Nice to get warmed up. Just over 1 minute in. We should be here for, as the introduction says, around about 50 minutes. Not looking to work too hard. I'm going to turn on my front fan. Yes! I do have them on a voice control automations, and I've also connected myself a little button. So a little bit of a respite. That's the blue section. Then a little bit of more climb coming up as we weave through the French countryside, hell of the north. And yes, my guesses were correct about where all of the 250 or so climb is going to be towards the end. If you look at the top right of the screen, so just above me, you can see there's like a green progress bar going across, and like the orange arrow play button showing my current location. Pretty much flat all the way, you can see. And then there's that little kicker at the end, so that'll be a steady climb. So I think you can prepare mentally, get yourself ready physically for what's coming up at the end. Now I say this is zone 2, gradual into the week. So we'll be looking to keep it mostly blue, which is fine. I think by the time I get to the climb, I'm going to go for a relatively high cadence, above 90 RPMs. And try and keep it somewhere around about the 200. Try not to go over 220 watts, but we'll see when we get there. But I think that's a really good introduction into the week. I do have some dry lips, so I'm not purposely doing an LL Cool J impression. So I enjoyed my usual weekend workouts at the gym, working out both lower body and upper body. Each day followed by some relaxation and stretching in the sauna and the steam room. Yes, I've got to pay the body back. And then it means that when you start these rides on Monday, you've prepped the muscles. You've also given the body some chance to recover, regrow, rejuvenate. Look at how lush the scenery is. Deep greens. The Garmin sending me messages, it says I'm -3. Performance condition is fair. This is a nice chill pace. I mean, the graphic's currently grey, so that's probably why it feels so chill. But I'm thinking about the entirety of the ride. Here for just under an hour. Not looking to burn myself out, although I will most likely have a harder ride on Thursday. Mini climb coming up. Do a little ride on. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black Cyclist. This is what I do. Twice a week you can catch me live at 5, doing a Zwift ride. Sometimes it's chill. Other times you might find me doing some intervals on a workout. Maybe even catch me doing a race. Always talking through as I do. Rhyming. Time trialing. Trying to put a smile in. And just make it a little bit more interesting, a bit more exciting. You can learn a bit, share a bit. Give me some encouragement, tips. Yeah, this is anything we want it to be. Can be as cool as my socks, either the green ones on screen or the cat faces I'm wearing IRL. Should I pause? Yeah. Another ride on. I really am just enjoying being nice and chill. Ooh. To be fair, there's actually a little bit of fatigue in my legs. I can feel on this little mini climb at 4%. I think I should be really spinning my legs faster. Here comes a tune to liven up my heart, my tempo, my pace. Now feel the bass. Finger beat like this. Everybody move to the beat now. And move to the Zwif go. Coming straight for ya. Mondays and Thursdays, live at 5. Oh yeah. Getting lively in the place. Being overtaken by a hill, on a hill. With a big hill in the distance. A little bit of downhill. Say goodbye to a hill on a hill. Going downhill. Chill with the still. Everybody get hill. What's that with the face? Got hill. Don't know what I'm saying. I think that's the mountain we have to climb at the end. So probably by the time we get to maybe 15 kilometers in. See if I'm this lively on the climb. This might need to be where I need the buzz of the chat. So looks like there's a few different routes diverging towards where we are. How you doing, Tim? You better summit run 2 today. Do a sprint. Tim, always with the encouragement. We to work harder. Tempo to the top. I was thinking yellow. Tempo to the top. Do we have any other second opinions in the chat? Should I tempo to the top? Oh, we're going left. Lots of fans cheering. All my fans. Yellow. Yellow wave. Alright, and green. To be fair, Tim, I think I meant green. I didn't mean yellow. So this is the cobbled section. Most likely, gravel bike will be the best bike to be using on this particular section here. I'm on the Tron. Okay, so my body's really starting to feel warmed up now. 11 minutes 45 seconds in. I mean, this is relatively flat, only 2%. I am gonna be working hard when I come to that hill. I can already sense that. My heart rate will be a lot higher than where it is now. I hope it doesn't go into the 80s. High 60s would be good, but something tells me it's going to be a lot higher than that. What do you reckon, Tim? Anyone else in the chat? Thank you for joining. Okay, so we're going to go through a gate. It is time to get ourselves a Powerup. As you get nearer, I'm definitely going to want these Powerups to be feathers. So right now, because I know I want a feather later on, I'm going to get a feather right now. It's going to tease me on a slight incline. With like 10 kilometers to go till the hill. Feather. Tim's spot on with the heart rate. I'm spot on with the guess. Feather it is. 1 for 1. Yeah, my lactate heart rate isn't where it should be. Anything higher than 165 is going to be putting me above right now. So we're talking a little bit about not so much strategy, but just a little bit of knowledge about knowing where your heart rate levels are. I guess a good reason for wearing a heart rate monitor. So when you are training, you have an idea of the effort that you are putting out, not just on feel, but you can also see the numbers. And there's a rate which people refer to as your VO2 max or your lactate threshold, and that's a rate where your heart rate is working, let's say, at its most efficient levels, so it's able to generate the energy and the power through the muscles. You're taking enough oxygen and turning that over, but your body's also able to flush out the lactate acid that's building up on your muscles, and there becomes a rate where it'll be overbalanced. So once you go above that, that's when your fatigue sets in. Eventually exhaustion, then you have to stop, failure, until your muscles can recover. So as cyclists, you're always building up to that level, pushing beyond it, building back up your recovery again. And it's your ability to work at that higher range and recover. That's the difference between being not winning and losing. I think that's a simplistic way of explaining it. but without going into so much detail, it's just an indicator. I know when I'm in my peak of last year, that rate for me was at about 170, maybe 172. So once I go beyond that level, then obviously you're working really hard and you can't maintain that effort for a long period. And obviously the less you ride, that level of fitness is going to drop. You need to build it up again. So I'm probably in the high 60s. So if my heart rate is higher than 165, you know I'm working hard. Let me fire off this feather so I'm not working any harder than I need to. Make myself a bit lighter. Yeah, but get a bit of draft from these guys. See, look, that feather has just even upped my own personal energy. Like a group of people doing a workout. What do you think of the scenery? Looking pretty lush still. Riding through France on a virtual bike. So I'm currently going 34 kilometers per hour. You can see that top middle of the screen. The distance traveled so far is 8.2 kilometers. We've done 74 meters of elevation. That means there's about 200 left, which is a climb at the end. Been going for just under 18 minutes. We've accumulated 10.7 million in drops. That's what you can spend in the Zwift shop, upgrading your bikes and wheels. And I'm feeling a bit settled in. My heart rate is slowly declining, descending. 145. I think it might have been that tune. It's like a bit like a Tarantino type tune, isn't it? A bit like deep and dark, but soft and melodic as well. So I thought I'd follow it with a bit of guitar vibes. Did you know I could sing country and western? I can't really. If you thought you was going to hear a little rendition, the Black Cyclist country and western, dare I even try it? I'm gonna ride my bike down the old Zwif road. I'm gonna ride till I can't KOM no more. Ride my bike down that Zwif KOM old road. I'm gonna ride till I can't KOM no more. I know. Don't give up your day job. What if my day job was singing? It's not singing. How could it possibly be? Whew. Yeah. So we're about halfway through. 10.5 kilometers to go. Big 200 meters of climb at the end. There's no way I'm doing it all yellow, but I think aiming for green should be a pretty decent effort. It is a take it easy day. Not really looking to put a lot of stress on the old legs. Just easing in. Enjoy the bike. Give a few ride-ons. How you doing? Bonjour, ça va? Tu vas bien? So thank you for tuning in. If you do have any questions or comments, pop them in the chat. Happy to respond to any question, whether it be about cycling, fitness, training. My plans for 2025, just ride as much as possible. Get outside, grab a bike, he's primed, ready to hit some local trails, do some exploring, do some local interviews while I'm out, chat to people, ask them about their passion or hatred of cycling, build some bridges, change some opinions, keep the vibes flowing. It's draft time. Should do a few change views. Okay, so back to normal view. Check out some of these colourful words on the floor, little words of encouragement. You can tell the weather's changed. The messages are getting brighter. Go, go, go. Be aero, not the chocolate. This is a route that's must be all about aero. Little pink piggy on the right. Those are windmills. That dude's got the little squirrel hanging out of his back. We need to earn those squirrels. I think so. Apparently there were little special prizes that you can unlock. You get the little squirrel character hanging out your back. Right, more cobbles. Ugh. Give some more ride-ons. Sprinter sprint. Okay, so we're not actually not doing a sprint, we're just riding at a nice steady pace. Conserving all of our energy for the hill, where we will do all of the effort for this ride. But right now, as always, guess the Powerup. I went feather last time. I'm gonna go feather again because, you know, just because sometimes it feels personal. Look, see, feather. So this is to like put you into a false sense of security. You're thinking, oh, awesome, I'm gonna get feathers all the way through. I need them by the time I get to the hill. Then I get to the hill and it was something like draft. So I could save this for the actual hill, or I could just fire it off on this little climb that's coming up next. You know what, I think I'm just going to save it and then get to the other two tend to the Powerups and then just press it right at the last minute. We'll see when we get there. Do you reckon I can last? The temptation, will I be strong enough to resist? I mean, it's probably only going to be like 3% anyway, maybe 4 at the most. Try and carry some of this speed into the climb. Yeah, 4%. I'm gonna keep the feather for now. This should be the pace I'm going to go up the hill at, actually. Maybe a bit faster on the cadence. Still weighing up my options before I get to the hill at the end. Right now, still weighing up my options of firing off this Powerup so I can get another one. Or keeping the... You know what? Should I keep it or not? Fire it off? Yeah, fire it off. Here's what I'm thinking. It's not as if I'm racing, is it really? So it's not really going to give me the competitive advantage. It's just going to make it a bit easier for me or not. Watch it be another feather. Here we go. All feathers until we get to the last one. And then it's a draft. Place your bets. I'm going feather again. Will it be a feather? Oh, it's a draft. Okay. So don't listen to me. I'm only 2 for 3. I've got a draft, but there's no one draftable right now. That dude's going too fast. So is that one. .5 kilometers left. Being overtaken by a lot of riders here. This bit almost looks a bit like Box Hill, although there's no mountain like cliff to the right of you. I'm gonna adjust the little artwork that's on the floor as you're riding. There's all my fans, hello fans! Scenery looks lovely. Windmills. Hot air balloons in the distance. And IRL, April the 7th, 2025 in the UK. The sun's out, it's been out all week. I'm avoiding it because of my allergy, but the sun's out. It already feels like summer. I know it's only just turned spring, but you know what I mean. The sun just puts you in a nice happy feeling. Yes. I know it's supposed to be April showers, but we've got the sunny days all week again. I will be taking one of my real bikes outside on the weekend. Ooh, don't know which one I want to choose. So many to choose from, but it's probably going to be one of the gravel bikes, the CGR. Get the new Insta360 camera mount attached. Get a bit of footage. And if you'd like to see that footage or similar, well, if you're subscribed, you've probably already seen it, but if not, and you're enjoying this video and the content, you can hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything, but it really does put smiles on our faces. Thanks for watching either way. Okay, so 5.4 kilometers coming up before the climb. I reckon by the time we get to 3 kilometers, it's the climb and the finish is right on the hill. So my heart rate is in a respectable 140. I've got a draft Powerup that I'm not really going to get the best benefit from. Hoping to get a feather at the last gate use that on that hill. It looks really steep. Ugh. There might be some 14% sections. Watch we get there, it's gonna be like 7. It's my rave tune classic. Old school. Know the score. Old school. Everybody get raw. Give it to me now. Huh. It's the Black Cyclist Raver. On the mic, I'm an entertainer. Drop, 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 drop the beat. Oh yeah. Put your hands in the air. You want hardcore, they want it now. Come on. If I was doing a spin class, would you be like rocking to my energy? Now spin those legs, people. Level 5. Build that energy. We are rushing like a runaway train. Let's pump that coal. Charge up that furnace. Let's charge that heart rate up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Kick, 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 kick. Come on. Yes. Hands in the air again, people. Grab that water bottle. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon I've got a new career in a spin bike? I'm on the new Mr. Motivator. I'm the Black British Cyclist, Mr. Motivator. Rock the people up on the turbo trainer. Listen to him go, he's an entertainer. See him live Mondays at 5 on Mondays and Thursdays, y'all. Okay, so we're coming up. It's the last chance I'm hoping to get a feather Powerup. Then we've got some work, all of that fun. It was just to get my mind and my body charged up for the hill climb. That is literally 800 or so meters away. Please give me a feather. The Zwift gods. Yes! Right, we got the feather. The Zwift gods are watching out. So a little bit of a decline before we start the climb. See how high my heart rate gets. And at what point should I fire off the feather? I should be really ramping up the speed so I can carry it through up the first bit of the climb. Here's where you need a really good playlist to push you through. So the climb's going to start just as we pass these lavender bushes. Not quite here, another little bit of a dip. Now it's time to work. Heart rate's already at 162. Oh, it's going to go into the 80s, isn't it? It's a genuine cycling rave up a hill. Here we go, to the right. Now we're climbing. You can see it's a steady effort. Orange at the end. So I'm going to go for a high cadence above 90. My PR last time was 10 minutes, so I'm gonna be here for 10 minutes. I better get settled in. This dude's doing a coffee break. I better ease off a bit. Hardest section is still to come. I feel like I'm in a nice rhythm now. Going at above a comfortable place, but still plenty left in the tank. Some easy recovery here. Knock up a couple of gears just to maintain some of the effort still, but still getting some recovery. I will fire off my feather on that orange section there. Enjoy a bit of recovery before the effort. There's more orange after that one. Okay. Maybe I'll save it for the second orange. Legs are burning. I'm not sure whether to go down one gear or just keep it till the yellow. Really working hard here. Chance of a bit of lighter pedalling when it gets yellow. Well needed. Still hard work though. Not exactly blue. Oh. Already feel the change in the turbo trainer. Never had 4%. Felt so nice. 2%. Oh yes. Feels like I'm going downhill. So I'm gonna still maintain this cadence, flush off that lactate acid. So I'm trying to take deep breaths, still actively recovering, getting some rest back in the legs for that orange section coming up. And I've got my feather, so I'm being really tactical with this climb, but still pushing myself a little bit more than just a casual ride. Heart rate falling a little bit below 160. It's about to climb again though. I keep seeing more orange when I think I'm gonna fire off that Powerup. Then I see more hard work. So 6.5 minutes in. My previous PR was 10 minutes, so I've got at least 3.5 minutes here. I'm gonna save the feather for a little bit further on. Keep pushing, dude, you can do it. Okay, so that's what I've got left to do. Mini break here, then some more climb, then some more yellow. I'm just giving everyone ride-ons who are pass, just to give them some encouragement, support. We're all struggling. That dude's chilling. Just, as I say, we're all struggling. This dude just strolls past like he's reading the newspaper. So thank you for joining. If you're here for the first time, I'm Ken Dizzle, the Black Cyclist. I ride Zwift, an indoor cycling game app connected to my bike and a turbo trainer, which is a screen you see in front of you. As I go around, I also stream, talk about it while I'm doing it, giving little tips and tricks to get you started or learning something new. And you can catch me here Mondays and Thursdays at 5 live. Okay, so I'm already slower than my previous PR by the look of it. So we try and beat the PR. We should, shouldn't we? Oh my God, my legs are burning. Whew. Go on, feathers going. Genuinely emptied the tank there, but we got a badge. First route of the route chaser, Hell of the North, and it really is, because that climb comes right at the end. Whew. We do have a nice downhill to enjoy. I was grateful for that feather, although it didn't feel like it was doing much. Tiny little bit of a climb before we get to the real top of this hill. I think it's Ven 2. Oh, look at that. Am I mad? Should I be doing this? Maybe not. Can't just turn around, couldn't I? And ride down. He wants to ride up a more red, yellow and orange after just riding up a lot of red, yellow and orange. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a U-turn. Boom, boom, boom! Downhill, baby! Let's go! I've earned it. Hey, do you reckon I get another Powerup? Oh no, it's taking me this way. Okay. This is the way I wanted to go. Enjoy some downhill views. Right, so today's ride was one of 5 ride routes in a route chaser celebrating the French cobbled routes. It was around about 20 kilometers with 250 meters of elevation, 200 of which is right at the very end. So relatively flat, mostly downhill on the approach until you get to roughly about the last 3 kilometers, which is a very steady but, you know, effortsome medium to high pace climb to the top. Your hill climb graph will be yellow with some orangey reds, pretty much all the way to the top, but manageable. I'd probably say I'm a low C class rider, and I've just done it in 10 minutes and 25 seconds, the hill climb bit. The entire route, we've done it in just under maybe about 46 minutes, 47 minutes. So a nice ride. And even if you just want to enjoy the first sections of the ride but don't necessarily want to complete the route, then yeah, select this as a route and just end the ride before you get to the hill. You've enjoyed it. You're still accumulating XP, which is going to advance you through the game. You're still accumulating distance, and if you have got the Tron bike selected in the Zwift challenge, then you probably do want to do the hills, because it's the elevation that gives you the required credits or points to unlock the Tron bike, which is what I'm on right now with the good old Tron. It lights up the more power you put in. There you go. I've got it set to two-tone colours. Let's go back to normal. We're just enjoying the cool down, which is just as important as the workout. So part of this riding, after you've finished, especially a big effort like that, get some nice spinning in the legs, give your heart rate a chance to cool down naturally. For me, that's getting my heart rate down below 130, as I come to an end, I'll be reaching the 120s. Really just spinning the legs, taking in some nice deep breaths. Feel good, reflect on today's ride. If you have any comments or questions on any of today's ride or anything streamed, leave it in the comments of this video or any of my others. I will be back again on Thursday, live at 5. Thanks for watching. I'm just cooling down now. You can see my heart rate. I'm going to say you can see my heart rate dropping, but it's going up again. Right, let's bring the heart rate down. So still cycling 40 kilometers an hour. I'm going to get my heart rate below 130. I was nearly there. Boom, there it is. Maybe I was just dragging it out to get you to watch for longer. Maybe, maybe not. I'm Ken Diesel, the Bradbury Cyclist. Thanks for watching. See you soon.